morning everybody, how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm from the Flower Patch, where I make beautiful artificial flower arrangements for all occasions. Welcome back, guys. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. I was exceptionally busy with lots of deliveries, and I was going to get interrupted throughout the week quite a few times. So I decided to not do a video because I didn't want really to keep being interrupted. I don't know if I'm going to get interrupted today. Fingers crossed, hopefully not, because not everything's arrived. So anyway, I decided I'm coming back today. I've been sat around. I don't like getting bored, so I started to get bored. And last night I just thought, oh, hurry up, Monday. So I'm here. And thank you for all your wonderful messages while I've not been doing any videos. From Rosa, from Judith, and lots of other wonderful people, Cindy and things like that. I really do appreciate it. Right, today I've had some new ribbon arrive, and it is beautiful. I've been ordering ribbon as well. I've still got some more to arrive. That may be here tomorrow. But I decided today I'm going to do like a burnt orange and gold Christmas wreath, and I'm going to use some gems or jewels. So I've got a 16-inch grapevine wreath, which I've pressed into sort of like an oval shape, so it's ended up being 15. I've pushed it in an inch. I thought, let's do an oval. I don't have ovals, shaped ones, as much as I do really like them. Now I know I can do that with the grapevine as well as the spruce or evergreen. Then I don't see the point of buying them. So that's just me. Anyway, I'm going to go through the things that I'm going to do. Now, this is the ribbon that I've had delivered. And it's the deluxe ribbon, shipped from America. And I've got the 1.5 inch and then also the 1 inch. The gold edging, glittered edging with the silk center is the 1.5 inch, and it is beautiful. And it is double backed with the silk, and it is absolutely lovely. Extremely supportive wire in them, and also with the orange one. This is also from America. It's got like, I think it's maybe red. Yeah, it's got to be red, orange and gold, horizontal lines going across. And this could perhaps be used for Halloween or anything like that as well. And that is also double backed with a sheen, which is absolutely fabulous. So I love that. So I've just used them too, and I've only placed them in the position where I want them to go. And they're that good, they haven't moved. They just haven't moved. And the thickness of them is really, really good. So there's our bow. I've decided to get a larger one and a smaller one of our gems. I've got the gold one out, where I've already placed on a piece of ribbon and the wire at the back. And I've glued the ribbon on and the wire at the back. And then I've got a smaller burnt orange one. It's like it's got like dappled, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's like it's a rustic look. It's beautiful. So I've not yet put the the ribbon on the back. I've got it here waiting. I'm going to just glue that on the back to show you how I glue it on. And yeah, we've got a smaller one of those as well. got out some of my conifer that I want to place in this. The gems and the bow are going to take most of the room, so I haven't really got a lot of elements out today. But we've got the conifer that I always love to use. Now I've got a bag of, I think this, the oddments in here of our pine, frosted pine needles, where they've also got little miniature acorns, not acorns, gosh, can't you tell I've been away? Little baby pine cones on the tips as well, if you can see. So the little branches, and that's how big they come. Perfect size for just placing in to your wreath. I've just grabbed some more of these, what I had a couple of weeks ago left, what I spray painted them, of the pine needles as well, what I pulled off of a garland. Now I've got gold glittered cypress leaves. Oh my goodness, I've got a few ornaments in here. Let's get a larger one out. Trying to get the larger one out for you. And they just come on single stems like that. And just open them up, and I thought we'd have some glitter as well. So we're going to place those in. I was looking at some other gold foliage. I have got it down here. I couldn't make my mind up. I don't know what these are called. I just like the shape of them. And I've got these just in case I want to add a backup and add some of these. Now, I've seen the plant like that, and I just can't remember what the plant's called. So we've got these as well as backup. I think you get, what does it say? I think you get about 12 in a pack, I think. So I've got those there on the floor. I've got out my ginkgo leaves because I want to add a bit of these on the inner side. Now that's the leaf that they look like. So I don't know. Maybe that. Who knows? But we've got those as well. I've just grabbed a few and placed just a few on single picks of my gold fern. And I've grabbed some, oh no, what are they called? Oh my good gracious me. Them. Oh gosh guys, that's what it does to you when you've had a week off. Oh my gosh, are they begonia? Geranium. I'm sure that's what they are. Geranium leaves, but in the autumnal colours. And I thought we could incorporate those. I've placed those off the garland. I've got the garland still down here if I need any more, and place those on single picks. Now, because I've got the jaws and I've got only 2 jaws, I've just got 2 magnolia out in gold, just to put either side of each, or end of the jaw. So I've got these. If I just open them up, and I've got those in velvet, and they just come on small picks like that as well. So, and I think they was in a pack of, I think 12 as well, maybe 12 or maybe 15, I can't quite remember. Because I need a bit of orange, and I decided to get this orange astilbe, this like burnt orange astilbe out, and just 3 glittered orange baubles or Christmas ornaments as well. Now, if I need any more orange, I think I'm going to go and grab some more baubles but I've got them in a different shape as well, so I may grab those. I've got them in Love Arts in the glitter as well. So I'm going to bring the camera down and I'm going to just start placing my conifer, my cypress leaves, and maybe the pine as well, and then we will start to add in the bow and the jewels or gems. I always call them gems, but somebody told me said it's jewels, but the jewels are gems, so I don't know. But let's bring the camera in and down. So just so you can get a better look of, oh my goodness, I'll try and keep it. Let me alter it because it's going back a bit. Somewhere around there, everybody. It's cold in the Mansfield in the UK where I live. Everybody's walking around with the jackets. So I've got some where they've popped off. So I'm going to start and place these from around 12 o'clock. Some on the outer side. I may or may not have to grab another bunch. And I'll bring some also on in. So I'm going to do a zigzag. Let's get that plastic off. So yes, guys, I'm so sorry about last week, but I didn't realize everything that I'd ordered is all coming at the same time. I got all emails telling me what day. Some were just saying it was going to be delivered throughout the week. So it was quite a hectic week. And then also looking for more orders for my new business. So it's been, and as well, you know, Christmas shopping, because I like to start my Christmas shopping early in October, and then once it's all done, I can rest. So I was shopping for the business, shopping for Christmas at the same time. And when you've got adult children and you ask them what they want, I don't know. So that doesn't make it easier, you know, on us. So that was painful, but I did get my youngest son a surprise present. My oldest son, who's autistic, he likes anything, so he's so easy to buy for, but I just didn't want to buy him the same thing. So let's have a look. Now these are all single. Oh, this is the one where these two have popped off. And let's get those on there. Glue those on. And I'm only going to do a crescent one. Let me grab another bunch. try to prepare. So again, I don't know whether to do a full one. And I'm only with the crescent one. You may notice that I'm taking the foliage on just on the conifer all the same direction. Usually when I hit the center, I would turn the conifer so it's going down like that. I just want the conifer to be sticking out at the same direction, because I'm wanting to place in the bigger pines going down here. So let's see, I think one more. I'm going to bring that one just here. Oops, that's just come out. So I place those all together. So it's with these, because I want these to be seen, and I want to crisscross that with the conifer, so these are on top like so. Let's see how many. And the reason that I'm doing it this way is because I'm just placing them at the moment, to fill in more of a gap, because I haven't got much elements. So I'm wanting to crisscross them in different directions. Now I've got some oddments here, so I could place that one there and that one there. I don't know, I think I've got two more oddments here, yeah. So then I could bring one in there and then one in there, going in towards the center. And that is how I want it to look bushy, so hence the reason I'm crisscrossing the foliage. So that's how I'd like to place these in. So if you're not sure of a design, you know, or where to place them, pop them in first before you've decided on, and if they look, you know, nice or, you know, really pretty, then you know that's where you'd like them to be. Saves you having to pull them out and re-glue them. Let me just grab, bend that in a little bit more. I'm just popping that one on, you know, just coming away from towards the side, the outer side. And let's bring one of the conifer in, so it just doesn't look too crisscross and it blends it in. Push that one a little bit more. So it's now become exceptionally bushy because I've crisscrossed them over. Now the glitter, here comes the glitter. And if you're new with the, any stem that's straight, I always, just give them a bit of movement. Usually if they're not glitter, I would rub my hands down to separate the leaves and open them up. I would go like that, but the glitter will just come off and that will just separate them to give them more of a natural look. I'm just going to place these as well so they can be seen where the pine is. I've got a small one here, so I'll bring that one in as well. You won't really notice the crisscross once I've finished. I'm just trying to give it that, natural look as you're, if you see trees out in the open, they are, some are growing inside each other because they're that big, they're crossing over. And that's what I'm trying to do. I hope you've all had a great week anyway. I have missed it. It's, it's really odd because I'm always working. I don't go on holidays or vacation or anything. My husband runs his own business. We haven't got time to leave everything and just the business. So we don't go on holidays. We're both, workaholics in a good way. Now, if I I need a small one. Can't really find the smallest one. That might be good enough. Bring that in as well. Always consider bringing them in towards the center of the actual wreath. Now I've got a glue string. So I'm not at the moment going to place any more of the side of the sleeves in. So we'll place those there. Right, I'm gonna add in our bow. It's a beautiful bow. I've left this area here where it's you know, got a gap. Let me just place it here so I can place the bow in there. Doesn't that look pretty? And with the gems, I'm wanting to bring one here. Oops. And then the gold one down here. So I'm wanting to do it like that. Doesn't that look pretty? So, and I want the gems to sit, you know, on top of these pine. Because they are quite sturdy, they will balance it and hold it, you know, hold them on top. If you feel that they're still moving, you know, just either grab another piece of wire and, you know, to tighten it back up, or hold it and or wrap it around another stem. So we just pull in, and let's just sit it in place before we start where I'd like it to sit. Somewhere like there. So then we'll turn it over. My hands are really slippy. I've got cream on them to try and keep my skin soft as I'm getting older. Bend that over and then back into your wreath so it doesn't scratch. Just check that there's nothing come out. No, wonderful. So that's the bow added in. I've done the loops. I've done the gold in 6" and the orange one in 5.5. Right, now let's take this tag off. Now I've already placed on the wire for the gold. And I'm wanting that one. Just lift up the tail end. I want a bit of it to go underneath some of the loops, not all of the loops, or the tail end should I say. Just want to see where it needs, because I want it to look like it's curving around the wreath as well. So let's just get a bit of the wire first. So one, I can find the other one. Here we go. And I'm just placing it through a weaving needle. I find it much easier with me having a little bit of arthritis in my hands. So I can see it as it comes through. Right, I want to just now just do the same. Put all the snow. Doesn't it look a mess? So I wanted, sorry, that one needed to go here and that one there. And when we place in some more of our foliage and everything, and we place some under here, that will hold this in place at the moment, because it's slightly slipping. So let's do the same. Take the tag off. Right, now I've folded over a piece of ribbon and I've placed the wire around it, and all I'm going to do is just get some glue. I mean, I haven't got my glue gun on. Oops. And spread it all over the back. Just to make sure it's covered. And I'm just going to pop it on the back like that, and then just press it down. And then this one, I'm going to try and hide these here. So this one will then go up here, like so. So I want to bring this a little further down. And do the same on this one. Just and get that. Like so. Let's just turn it over. Where did I go with the other one, guys? Oh, here. So again, we will place foliage under there to hold that one in place. So now we're going to need a bit more of like gold in, you know, adding it in with our florals. I wanted to add one here and then one here. So let's get those in. I'm covered in glitter. Let's get quite a bit of, so that can go. If you don't have the magnolias, you can also, you know, use your poinsettias or roses or, you know, gold hydrangeas or anything like that, you know, whichever you prefer to use for Christmas. So there's also now our magnolias placed in. So I may actually bring those here. Got one here, leaving one there, and then one. I don't know. Let me just go and grab the other ones. Oh, I'm covered. Right, now I've got a choice here. I may have those actually. I quite like those. Expanding on. Oh my goodness. Oh, I forgot about those. Right, I've got a box full here, guys, so sorry about the noise. Do I use, I don't know whether to use the love heart ones. I think the love heart ones would be nice. I'll bring them both and we'll see. Now I have, oh, they look quite elegant. I like those. But then I also have the love heart. Or I could put them all in. What do you think? Make it a real nice Christmassy one. Right, let's get the bigger ones in first. I think I'm going to place a bit of the orange colour there on that one. I'll bring up, I'll bring one round here. And then let's take the cord off. And I'm going to get some picks, and then I'm just going to put a bit of glue on the end and go through the hole at the bottom. And I may bring those. I wonder if that lip's a bit loose. It's not coming off. And I may bring the love heart ones here and bring these because they're long on the outer side. I may do that. But they will have to go in a little bit later because with them being quite small. Do I bring... I'll bring that one on the outer side. Something's telling me on the inside. Let's just bring it down a bit. And I think when it comes, I'm going to just... Let's see. Yeah, add some of that because that's just not holding by itself. I may have cut the wire. So we'll place that. So let's have a look. I'm going to bring some of the single ones in. I don't know, I can't remember how many I did. I'll just take those out. So we really haven't placed in too many elements. So I'm going to bring a fern on top and have some gold foliage up above. Bring some on the inner side. And I'll bring so I'm going to dot these ferns around. Let's just cut some. Bring them in and around areas where we need some gold. You know, like here where it's just plain green or mainly green. I used to have burnt orange and gold for my Christmas decorations a few years ago, but oh, I loved it. My husband did, because it's his sort of thing. But I haven't now. And then I went to change it to emerald green and gold, I think. And now I want to change it again to gold and creams. Now let's have a look. I just want to place in some of our orange above as well, because there is a lot of gold. So I'm going to break it up. So there's not too much of one colour. I'm going to do, something like what I've just done with the fern. Oops, I just pulled that one off. I can see where the grapevine is. So just keep, if you notice that you have got too much of one colour, break it up by placing in, the other colour that you're using, or some more greenery. Well, not the greenery, sorry. See if I can bring a bit of the foliage through. Add that into the bow as well. So I've just only a little tiny piece of it. Let's see if we can do the same around here. Let me just try that bit again. I haven't added in these begonia to be noticed. I don't want them to be standing out as much as the gold and jewel and the orange jewel and also the bow. So I haven't placed in any vibrant foliage apart from obviously the gold metallic and glitter. But other than that, the star of the show is these three. get one more. And we're going to bring that one in down here as well. Right, so because we've got a gap here. I mean, I've obviously got my still be. I could place in some of those. So let's pull some off. And let's add in just a little bit of the orange. Oh my gosh, I've just pulled that out. And just add the odd ones in that will just take away too much of the gold, again balancing it out. Oh, it's bent. I'm going to place one up here as well. And place this one a bit more under. I can get them. Now what's popping out? Yeah. And what will break it up even more is when we place in a bit more greenery on top. I've got one there and I'm going to bring one down here. I think that wants to go in a little bit more. There. So then, again, we've got those. Let's get the love heart ones in. And then we'll break it up. I'm just taking the top of this off, dipping it in glue, and then popping it back on, so I know it'll be safe and it won't fall off. And then we'll just get glue on the pick and place it inside like that. And we'll do the same with this one. stick that a little bit too much in. Just getting rid of some of the glue what's around the edge. Let me dip a bit more glue in. So we'll place one in here. Got glue all over. I'm not going to put another one in. Do the same with these, dip the end in. If you haven't got a glue pan, just grab your glue gun. It's just, I feel that, you know, I wouldn't want it to pop off. Let that dry. I've got glue dangling somewhere. Oh. So we'll let those dry for now. Seriously. Seriously, everybody. And when we start to place these in next, you will see that these will sort of like now start to break up all the glitter and gold that's all around each other. Now I was going to have a look at these. They are very pretty. I think something gold needs to be here. Or let's just have a look at the ginkgo leaves and get the band on. Here's a single one. Yeah, I'm going to place those in. So we don't need those. I've got some cut down, so I don't need those. Right, so now I've got, let's get these in now first. And I'm bringing these a bit more now to the edge because they've got a point on them. Add those in there. And I'm bringing it, you know where the gold here is? It's like gold, gold, gold. So I'm wanting to see, just add some orange. And I could sit that in the centre or maybe here. Let's try that. And that will help support. Place that there. Right, I'm going to now place in our ginkgo leaves, and then our pine needles will be last. So we'll break up that bit of green there. And that's all you, when you're looking and you feel, oh gosh, there's a little bit too much of one colour, a certain colour in. Just get, if there's too much, like if you're doing the orange and purple and there's too much orange, break it up, or orange and purple, orange and gold, break it up with another gold, and then once leave a bit of foliage till near the end, so then you can break it all up with the foliage at the end, you know, like filler foliage, things like that. I don't know why this is so hard to get in. So we're going to need some green here because there's gold, gold, gold. I wanted to add in these ginkgo leaves because I feel, you know, they really do add a lovely touch. There. I may bring some on the inside if I've got any single ones. No, I've not got no more singles, so I'll cut some. Excuse my head, guys. So I'm just going to bring some on the inner side. Have something sitting there. So I'm not going to place any more in. So we're going to just now fill it up with our pine needles, or you could use, if you know, you don't want the pine needles, you could use oh, what's the daisy, if you've got holly or ivy, or if you want a bit of like parthavolia, or, you know, frosted ruscus or sage leaves, you know, you could do that and fill it up with those as well. So we don't need any more of these picks, so they can go out of the way. I'll keep those out just in case I may need those. We'll see about the conifer as well. So now we're just going to dot around where you feel that there may be a slight gap. So I'm going to cut a few down. Because I don't want these sticking out on top too far. So we'll start with those. It's like here. There's a lot of gold here. So I want to break that up. Get that bit of green. There's a lot of gold and orange around here, so I'm going to break it up. I may have to place another one in there because there is quite a lot. I can get. Because there's still a gap there, I'll use this one. Like that. And it doesn't matter either if you place more than one in the, you know, around each other like I have here. I could do with an orange foliage as well, because there's a bit of a gap there where it looks just slightly empty. So I'm using a wider leaf to fill in that gap. And again, it's gold here, gold on gold, so let's place, if I can get it in. Up there. Let's bring one down here as well. So I'm placing them, quite a lot of them dotted around, because we have got a lot of gold and orange. So if I just placed in the odd one, you wouldn't really see that I've split it, you know, and broke them up into balance. You know, when I say break them up, I mean to put something where there's too much of one colour. Like here it's all orange and golds, orange and golds. So I need something green around here, because even though they're both such a lovely colour, you can, you know, design something and give it that look of where it's clashing, to the point of where you won't notice it's there, and you know, and you won't be able to notice that there's more than one element there. You may think it's all one. So even though I've just placed one there, I need another one here. So I'm going to go in between here. And then I'm going to bend it in between the bows or loops of the bow. So we've got a little bit there as well. So I'm going to want one now here. Again, to break it up. Once you feel you've broke it up enough, then move up. I feel that one may be needed around here where the magnolia is. And you can also place them in as depth as well. You haven't got to have them all, you know, popping up. Place them down a bit as depth. Oh, it's stuck together. I've got the same issue I had around, I think it was here somewhere, with this having a gap. I've got one right here. So I need to just add an extra colour down here, and then add, I'll get a longer one, add in another pine needle because it's nearer the bottom. Then I'm going to bring one there as well. Because we've got orange and orange here, we're going to bring one here. Right, I've got this little piece left. I'll bring that here. May as well use this last one. So I think that we may have finished with that. I don't want to add any more in. I don't want to now overload it with the pine. But it, as you can see, it is now broken up the gold, all the gold and the orange, with the adding the pine needles in. There's still a lot, but we wanted to see that. Let me just check if anything's come through. What's that? Yeah, there's, no, it's not even come, it's not come through, it's just sticking on. It's not even gone in the grapevine. So let's have a look. Well, out of all that, I've got one. That is, well, that's not sticking. Oh, it is. It's here. Can't get it out, I don't think. So let's just get rid of all of this glitter. So that is our lovely orange and gold Christmas crescent wreath, or half a moon wreath, which I think it's quite a warming colour as well, and I think it looks elegant. You know, when you add in jewels or gems, as people, you know, whatever you may call them, just by adding those in, I think that adds a lot to it, and I think it makes it look, you know, really pretty, and it's quite warming. You know how you can get the colours when you do colours, and like the ice blue, and obviously people think, oh, ice blue, cold. Just by adding a warm tone to it, it really does make it look really, really pretty, and can give off a warming feeling. But oranges are, anyway, to me, are warm in colour as well as gold. So let me just let me just grab the easel and place it up. I just bring up the camera as well. Let's get rid of our tools. You'll get, if I just lift it up, guys, I'll place it on the wreath while I'm here, on the wreath. Oh gosh. I'll place it on the easel while I'm here, and then I can see if you can see the whole of it. I must get a hook in this easel. Let's have a look. Right. I think you can. Why does it look so dark? I bring that. Can you see there? I think I've got it all in. So let's just get the gold glitter off. So, welcome back. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and I hope you like the colours as well. I mean, again, if you don't have, I always say this, not everybody has everything what I may have, and I really truly understand that. If you haven't, just get an orange, plain orange, or, you know, sparkly or non-sparkly bow with a gold. You may have a gold glittered bow. Just use them. It doesn't have to be, you know, where I get them from. And add in some Christmas ornaments, whether they be, again, sparkly, matte, gloss, your decision. I've got some gloss spiral ones here as well. And then your Christmas cedar, depending on what colour. If you're adding in, you know, doing silver, then obviously silver. And I've just added the gold, the orange Stilby. It's not glittery. It doesn't have to be glittery. But I think that just, even though it's just here and here and here, it just adds that little bit of extra, you know, touch. And then the ginkgo leaves, if you don't have those, you know, again, use fern, or you could use bay leaves, or, you know, oh gosh, those cut out leaves you can buy and glitter as well. And if you don't want the pine needles in, you know, you don't have to. You can just put cypress leaves in, cedar, again, fern. I've got some gold metallic peacock feathers, what are plastic, not real. Oh gosh, I'm trying to look at the gold bucket. And if you've got like gold ruscus, you know, you could place that in, or parfavola. There's lots of different coloured gold, you know, elements. So you could add all those in as well. And again, I've got conifer. If you don't have conifer, again, you know, you could use pine, again, fern, eucalyptus, ficus, even maple. If you've got maple, instead of me where I've used these begonia leaves. Did I say begonia? Was I the begonia? Oh my good gracious me. Anyway, you could use the maple. You could, if you've got orange maple or orangey red maple, or you know, anything like that, add those in as well. So there is ways to do it, if you know, obviously, because not everybody's going to have what I've got. So and I hope you enjoyed the colour, and it's grand to be back, guys. It's really grand to be back. So, and if you don't have jaws, don't worry yourselves over them, guys. Really don't. You can just use Christmas ornaments or baubles, you know, or add an attachment. You could add in, you know, something, whether it be a snowman, or you could add in a reindeer or a stag, you know, in gold or whatever colour you're doing, you know, as, you know, a stag either side, or, you know, of your bow. So don't worry about it, and have fun, have fun. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that you're going to give maybe these colours a go, or if you haven't probably done one already, I guess. So, and what else can I say, guys? I'm really overjoyed to be back. Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely to just walk in here and think, oh, creative mind. You know, you sit there and here we go. And that's nice. Instead of sitting, waiting for deliveries, clock watching, and then obviously when they come, going to your inventory, writing everything, making sure it all balances, and yeah. And then you come in here and craft. Oh, right. Well, I'm going to get going, and have a wonderful day, guys. And again, sorry about not being here last week, but I had really no choice. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Please subscribe, share and like to everybody who you know. Bring them along to see other colours for Christmas, to make, you know, to make your home look beautiful, and add a little interest to it, and joy and happy times. And yeah, and it may inspire them to start doing it too. So God bless, good health, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Right, let's just get in a close up. Well, that was quite smooth. Let's see if it zooms in properly first. Yeah, I think so. There's our magnolia, the velvet with a beautiful gold centre. There's our astilbe, our fern, our ginkgo leaf, and our pine needles that I sprayed, our cypress leaves, our begonia, and then obviously the spiral Christmas bauble or ornament. This is the rustic orange where it's like dappled. I think that's quite nice. And then there's the bow, as you may see it now as well. And then there's the gold one as well. It's beautiful on the back. It's exceptional. And again, this one's double backed with like a sheen, which is really, really pretty. And then there's our gold. Oh, look at that glowing. Our gold jewel as well. And then, excuse me, got our little love heart Christmas ornament there, or bauble. We've got our, there they are, look, with the tiny little pine cones on them as well, and they go all the way up. Some, I think, yeah, they go all the way up. There's our lovely conifer. I'm running out of those now, guys. I've got them there on the bottom, right there. I need more. So yeah, so I hope you have a wonderful day, guys, and give it a go. The beautiful colours, they really are. They're so pretty, and I think that's absolutely divine. So take care, all the best, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Bye bye.